what it looked like, my two-piece family. I appreciate you logging in and tuning in today because I got a special guest. Somebody I've revered since I've met him. He's, for me, Charlotte. He's a local man, born and raised in Charlotte, but he is Charlotte to me. I met him at the Johnson C. Smith University on Beatties Ford Road. So I don't even need to give him no introduction. He'll give it his own self an introduction. Come on, my boy.
What it is, man? Y'all know who it is. It's your boy, man. QC's on. You know what I mean? Hosting No Limit Larry in the Morning Madhouse. I'm No Limit Larry. Yo.
There you go.
Yo, my mama's only son. Miss Judah's son.
Absolutely. Listen, so I appreciate you being here. I feel honored.
Oh, man.
Because, you know, you are Charlotte. It's
on my shirt.
It's on your shirt, but it's in you though.
Nah, it definitely is.
You too.
Definitely is.
I just want to say thank you again, because again, I feel honored to let you, well, not you, let me have some of your time.
No, let's get it.
On this. So we just gonna jump right into it.
Let's go.
I met you at JC.
Yes, you.
Greenfield Hall, 3rd floor.
Don't talk about that.
I'm not gonna give all the details.
If you went to
I'm
Smith,
not
then you
calling
know.
no names.
If you've been to Smith, you know about Greenfield Hall.
I'm not
You know
calling
about
no
that 3rd
names.
floor coming down the back
Third floor,
step.
right side.
That's all I'm saying.
I'm not doing that.
Don't do
I'm
that.
Not calling no names.
Don't do that.
I'm not calling no names.
We ain't here for that.
But I'm just saying,
It's a long
I
time ago.
Right, Mrs. No Limit.
Long time ago.
But I met you loud as hell
Yeah, of course.
in somebody's room playing a video game.
Okay.
And when I opened up the door, because I was trying to study, I was really trying to pass
Man,
the test.
wasn't nobody studying that Smith standard. You just wanted us to be quiet.
No,
You wanted to study.
I needed to study,
Okay.
but you wanted
I'll
to
let you have it.
yell.
I'll let you
So
have it.
I opened up the door and I yelled to my homegirl, and this idiot is sitting on the floor talking about, can I help you? Like,
you know,
who are you?
we chilling, you know, we vibing. You know, like I said,
nerves.
if you went to HBCU, then you get it. You know how the vibes is, man. You know, it's one of them nights you just in that vibe and doing your thing and chilling. So you know how it go.
Look, that's your
Yeah.
kid right there.
Yeah.
Look at that. I okay. Anyway, HBCU love.
Yeah.
Beatties Ford Road.
100 Beatties Ford Road.
100 Beatties Ford Road.
Yeah.
5 points, 2-way.
Yeah.
Chicken King.
Yeah.
Don't get
Churches.
shot. Churches.
Yeah.
Don't get
Mechanics
shot
and Farmers.
after 10
One
o'clock.
of the only black banks in the world.
Word.
So shout out to Mechanics and Farmers.
Shout
One
out
of the
to them.
oldest black banks in the world too.
Absolutely.
And to all my black folk, if you don't have a account there, you need to put a little bit of money over there. Mechanics and Farmers support black banks.
Absolutely. So, tell me about Charlotte. When you first got to Smith, got into communications and things like that, what made you go down that path of communications to be where you are now?
Well, so the thing about Charlotte and Johnson C. Smith University is that, Johnson C. Smith, they really don't recruit out of Charlotte. When you talk about, just students, when you talk about athletes, they really don't recruit out of Charlotte. And that's one thing that we've been talking about, with the new Smith regime, like how y'all don't recruit out of Charlotte. And I think it's a stigma that they feel like Charlotteans don't want to go to Johnson C. Smith. When I say, well, that's not true. Like, I'm a Charlottean, born and raised, born and bred. And when I was at Smith, it was only 5 of us, 5 Charlotteans. So it's just, for me, it was a whole different world. Like, I'm from Charlotte, but being in that big, I don't even call it a rectangle. I don't even know what kind of shape it is. Being on the campus of Johnson
little
Smith.
square.
Yeah, it's bigger than a square though. It's bigger than a square. It's more like a trapezoid. It's more like a
It is a trapezoid.
It's more like a
You're right.
trapezoid.
You're right.
Being in that trapezoid of Johnson C. Smith, like inside that fence, is like a whole nother world. Like, I met people from all over, and like I said, it was only 5 of us from Charlotte, so it was a whole new experience. It was like you home, but you away. So
And it kept you safe.
It definitely kept me safe.
It made you feel safe.
Everything we did, we felt at home, and like I said, it was a new experience because I met people from all over the world. Everybody was diverse. Everybody brought their own culture. You got DC, you got Baltimore, you got New York, you got Florida, you got
Georgia.
you got Georgia, you got
Alabama.
you got South Carolina. You know what I mean? So it's like you get all that. It's one big melting pot. You got Connecticut, you got California.
One of my roommates was from Michigan.
Right. So it's like you get all of that.
And then it got West Coast.
West Coast,
We have
like I
people
said,
from
Cali.
California.
Like one of my best friends in school, my two best friends at Smith, one's from Cali and one's from New York. We still talk to this day. So it's like you in Charlotte, but you're not in Charlotte. So and I think, you know, for Smith to bring in Charlotte, they got that's the experience that they gotta sell to people.
Gotcha.
And I'm one of those people from Charlotte that can sell that experience.
Gotcha. But
for me, that's what it was. It was a great melting pot. It was a great experience. I met connections that I still use today. And I got into communications on some. I came to Smith to be a business major.
My major.
Yeah, I came to be a business major. I took 2 classes and it was the boringest.
Sir, don't do that to my major.
It was so boring for me.
Don't do that to my
I'm talking
major.
about for me. You know my personality. So.
True.
For me, I get in there, I'm like, man, I came to college to find me something that I want to do for the rest of my life. I don't want to do this for the rest of my life.
Okay.
So I really sat there, I think my sophomore year, and I was about to drop out of school because I was like, I was having fun, you know, black colleges have fun.
Sir,
But
block all the time.
yeah, but you know, I still want to, you know, cause I'm an educational buff. Like I love to learn, and I was like, this is not feeding me. So I went, you know, you get the HB. I don't know how they do it at the PWIs,
Right.
But at IHBCU, when we came in, you got a counselor, and they walk you through the process your first 2 years.
SOLs, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I went to her, and she was like, yeah. She was like, I know your practice. She was like, I can tell, like, you did this business is not gonna fit you.
Mm-hmm.
She said, so let's get your high school transcript, and let's see what you did in high school that might fit with, you know, what you might want to do in college.
Yeah.
So we sat down, we looked at it, and it aligned straight with journalism and with communication.
Okay.
She said, well, why don't you? She said, why don't you try communication? And my direct response was, what the hell is that? She was like, you know, TV, radio.
What the hell is that? Really?
That's what I said. I mean, Mom, look, I'm from the projects of Charlotte, North Carolina. That woman looked at me and said, let's welcome to communications. I'm like, you want me to pick the phone up? Like, what you talking about?
The phone?
It's communications. So she said, no. She was like, no, television and radio. I was like, oh yeah. I was like, I did have a dream of being a sports announcer. She was like, well, this field will be perfect for you.
Another Dick Vitale?
Yeah, man, listen. She walked me over there. I met Charles Spellman, who was a professor
Mr. Spellman.
over radio over the time.
Yeah.
We had a conversation. He said I could look at you and tell you that this right here fits you. And he was like, sign up, take communication. So I went in, we went to the registrar's office, changed my whole thing in 2 days. And I got on the course of communication.
And here you go.
And here I go.
There you
I
go.
also took I got a minor in early childhood education because I always loved working with the youth. And I just always had a love for learning kids because I had kids early anyway. So I was like, let me learn what.
Fast tail.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm from the project, Charlotte, North Carolina.
Don't blame it on the project.
I mean,
you was hot in the pants.
Listen, we played hide and go get it. I don't know if you played it, but we played it. And when they hit, we went to get it. All right, so we were different. It was different, Mom.
Damn, man.
I'm just telling the truth.
Huh.
But so that's how I got into communications, and that's the rest is, I guess, like they say, the rest is history. Yeah.
So fast forward, you're on the number one radio show here in Charlotte.
Yeah.
Anybody who says Charlotte and they say hip hop radio stations, they say Power 98, No Limit Lair. They don't say just Power 98, or they just say 97.9. They say Power 98, No Limit Lair. How does that feel to have that recognition attached to who you are, not as just a radio personality, but as an individual?
It's a
Coming out the project.
Yeah, it's a gift and a curse. So the gift is you get to look at all the work you put in, because you know now, like the youth coming up, they hear me on the radio. They've heard me for so long.
True.
They didn't see the grind part. They didn't see the internship. They didn't see getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Say that again.
Getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Okay, and before that, the internship.
The internship. They a lot of
It's
the
not
youth today
easy.
that hear me on the radio, they didn't see that part.
It's not easy.
So they think hey brother, you just boom, you disappeared. No, it's a grind, it's a process. It's the same thing with Steph Curry. Like a lot of the younger kids, they don't know about the path that would make Steph Curry who he is today.
Oh, that practice he had to do shoot until 9, 10 o'clock at night.
Which with his dad,
Running
with only
at 5 in the
one,
morning.
like only one college in the world took a chance on him. One.
And it's in Davidson.
And it's in Davidson, small school, but I think both me and him are a testament to you take advantage of your opportunities. Like I
Yes.
don't care where you start, where you come from. If
Absolutely.
you get an opportunity, you gotta take advantage of it.
Take it.
So that's the gift part of it. Like you get to see on my end, I get to see like, bro, I know we really put the work in. Like we spent them days interning. We spent them days going in strip clubs, delivering records. We spent them
You
days
hear people telling you no.
telling us no. Like I got told no a lot. Like to the point where, like I'm looking at my girlfriend at the time, who's now my wife. I'm looking at her like dang, and she looking at me like I don't know if this thing gonna work. You might need to find something else to do.
Right.
Like because that's the reality. Like dang, you like nah, this is my dream. Like I'm gonna make this work.
Yeah. And she stuck with you all the way.
Yeah. And then you looking at you looking at your homeboys who really done rock with you and been with you, and they like, bruh, but we been on the grind with you, but how this thing gonna tie together, how it's gonna pay off.
Yeah.
And you convincing them and you telling them like, bruh, just stick with it. We gonna make some shape. Cause you know when you elevate yourself, you gotta elevate somebody else.
Absolutely.
Or some other people.
Or give back.
Or give back.
And pay for it.
Yeah, or pay it forward. So and sometimes the way you pay it forward is you bring them with you and you show them that it can be done. By them watching you is your way of paying it forward.
Correct.
So that's the good part of it. The curse part of it is like I said, like a lot of people didn't see that part. You know, because I've been in it so long. Like this is my 25th year in radio.
Amazing.
Right. So like it's unheard of. It's very few guys in radio right now that's been at one station for 25 years, still at the top of the game.
Through
still
all
doing
the
their thing.
changes.
Through all the changes, still get it and still grind. Like my man Greg Street Atlanta,
Yeah.
he's been there same way. But I learned that, like I watched him for
And
years.
that for you to say that,
Yeah.
I think it was a couple of years ago. In my office, we didn't have a lot like TVs. Like TVs are in the office now and things
Yeah.
like that. You can listen to the radio.
Right.
But you couldn't listen over the computer. You
Right.
could listen over your phone.
Right.
So I had two phones. That was my personal phone for phone calls, and then I had just phone for media stuff.
Yeah.
So I logged on. So I would listen to you in the morning, somebody else in the middle of the day, and then I would click over in Atlanta
Yeah.
and listen to Ryan Cameron
Yeah, that's my guy.
from 2 to 6.
My guy.
One day out of the blue.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there, clacking
Yeah,
away,
yeah.
ready to hear Ryan
I
come
love it.
on and
I
everything
love
like
it.
that. Next thing you know, I hear and sitting in for Ryan Cameron, No Limit. Like I said, what the hell?
Yeah, that was.
What the hell is he doing in Atlanta?
Hey, man,
But
Atlanta.
for me, number one, I was proud.
Yeah.
Number two, you went to a bigger market.
Yeah. That was.
How did
Man,
that make
it was-
you feel?
It was eye opening. Like you know your station, you know your market, and then you go somewhere like Atlanta, New York, or DC, or Dallas, and you get to do what you do in a bigger market. Man, it's like going from college to the NFL. You know what I mean? Like, cause at
Big
that
step up.
Man.
And then Ryan on top of that.
But so me and Ryan, it's very few people in radio that are really down to earth, really cool. They're gonna shoot it to you straight. That pick up the phone when you call. Like you would think, you know what I mean? Like it's a big brotherhood, it's a big sisterhood.
Yeah.
And for the most part, it is.
Right.
But there's other parts of it where they's like, they don't pick up the phone. You can be in their city, they
don't say nothing.
They on their own type of time, and you get it. I just never been that type of person. Like you're a radio personality. I don't care what might you come from Timbuktu, Dubert, Mississippi. You know what I mean? You come here, you got my number. You reach out. Well, we gonna link. We gonna go to dinner. We gonna go to lunch. Whatever you want to do with me, we gonna do.
Right.
And everybody's not like that.
Right,
And
right.
you learn that in the process.
Correct.
So Brian was one of those guys. Street is one of those guys that's like that. My man Baby down in Dallas, he's like that. So my man Brian Dawson in Raleigh, he's
Raleigh,
like that.
yeah,
He's been in the
yeah.
game like me. Like
Long time.
All these guys I'm talking about been in the game a long time.
Yeah.
So we like the OGs of the game.
Correct.
And it's crazy because even like with OGs of the game, I'm still a young OG. Because they've been in it longer than me.
But you got an extra push on you that you can touch
Yeah.
more people. Again, because you're from Charlotte.
Yeah, well, so back to the Atlanta thing. That was we both was owned by the same company. We both was owned by CBS.
CBS, okay.
And I kept saying, like, because my contract was coming up, and I was like, man, I want to go to Atlanta. So my boss was like, I'll hook you up. Like, that's the type of boss I had. Like, you want to go to Atlanta? I got connections there. You know Ryan, reach out to Ryan, see if he cool with
So
it.
he gave you a small stepping stone
He was like,
to
bro,
feel what it's like.
bro, I'm taking vacation. Go ahead. So we made the phone calls, made it work, we made
Nice.
connections. It was like, come on. So the PD told me, he said, listen, now I'm gonna tell you, like, I don't play by my station. He was like, I heard you in Charlotte, I love you in Charlotte. He was like, but you come down here and it ain't it. You know we're supposed to do like a week, but it might be 1 day or 2 days. I got there, man. I rocked the whole week.
The whole week. It was amazing. And
we went and sat down and had a conversation about me coming to that market.
Yeah.
Like we had a real live conversation about me coming to that market. Like it didn't work out because of certain things.
Right.
Yeah, but it didn't work out at the time.
But it worked out because you're still here with us.
Right. Yeah, it worked out for Charlotte, but it didn't work out for my pockets in Atlanta because that's the different type of money.
Yeah.
That's seven figures. You know what I mean?
You want that big.
Yeah,
You want that big.
You know what I mean? Six
big
is
long
cool.
money.
6 is cool, but 7 is a little different.
Hey, I understand.
Nah, but it's never been about the money for me, and I love the big market. I just love the way they take care. Like you really get taken care of in the big market.
Nice.
Like they personalize. Like I'm going to get headphones. They're like, look, bro, where you going? Like I want to get headphones. They're like, no, we got people for that. What?
Just call people.
What? They come in, they bring in a tray of headphones. Like you don't even touch them to set them up. They set them up. They put all your stuff you're supposed to read and say. And I'm like, bro, look, I got to do all this in my station. I got to do all this myself. This how y'all living? I want to live like this. But I love them guys.
You saw the penthouse luxuries.
College to the NFL. I was in the NFL. I was playing big time football, but in radio. So
That's good.
I love Atlanta, and it's still my home away from home. I still go down there and kick it. I still do stuff. I still host stuff in Atlanta. It's like my home away from home. That's why I know a lot of the Atlanta artists because I was already cool with them. And then when I did that week down there, they was like, "Bro, you coming?" And I was like, "Go see what's shaking, man."
Okay.
I'm still here.
But I was so proud.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
To hear you. I almost lost it every time it came on.
Yeah, man,
and my boss was like, "Why is you yelling?
It's
I
crazy
need you
because
to stop yelling in my office."
It was people calling to the station and they was like, "Yo," and the PD was like, "Bro, you really got people out here." I was
Absolutely.
like, "Man," I was like, "Man, I put that work in and shot." He was like, "I know." He's like, "I watched it for a long time."
You do.
And he was like, he was like, "I'm proud of you." He was like, "Man, it was."
But
it
you
was an
ours,
opportunity."
though. You
Yeah,
ours.
I'm here. We
You ours, though.
we
You
locked
704,
in. We locked in.
you ours.
We
You
locked
ours.
in.
You
I
ours.
want to see our city grow some more, and I think we got some more growth to do. So.
Yeah.
So,
So
yeah.
let's talk about growth in Charlotte.
Yep.
From us being in school, you know, back in the 1900s.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah,
Don't do that. Don't
back
do
in-
that.
back in the
I've been telling my kids I graduated in 2000 something.
And the 2000s. Okay.
Don't do
But
that.
we so what? But in the 1900s, you know,
I'm saying.
2000 something. I'm saying it. Okay, we was together. Let's just say that. And old Charlotte versus new Charlotte now. It's different.
It's different because
It's different going out. It's different.
Yeah.
Being on campus.
Yeah.
It's different. Just being outside. Let's talk about that a little bit.
well, so for me, you got to look at, like I said, I'm born and raised here. I've seen Charlotte when it was just a town, city, now big city. I've seen it. I've seen when we didn't have a Charlotte Hornets, when we didn't have a Carolina Panthers, when the square was up on Trade Tryon.
And the buses dropped you
And the
off
bus
right
dropped
there.
you off right there where the statue's at now. It wasn't no Eddie Beats.
No, it wasn't.
You know what I mean? I'm really from the dirt and rocks when it was just dirt and rocks. So I've seen it then, and I see it now. So it's like you see the growth, you see where we're going as a world-class city. However, you miss some of the old shops.
I do.
You miss the
I miss
neighborhood.
a lot of it.
You
I miss
know,
a lot of
even though the neighborhoods was the neighborhoods, but you miss like being able to kick it with your people. And you
Be outside after 7, 8 o'clock
Yeah,
and not
and-
have to worry about so much.
the biggest thing you miss is people really looking out for you, and the violence wasn't like it is now.
That-
Like I could go knock a boy out, boom, and he not coming to shoot my house up. Now you knock somebody out. First of all, it's gonna be on social media, and they got
somebody going live.
Somebody going live, and then somebody's house getting shut up. So in old Charlotte, it wasn't like that. A true we went through the '90s with the dope game and all that. But once we came through that, we was all right for a minute.
Yeah, we were.
Then
we were.
what happened in Charlotte is with any big city, you got people that start moving in the city
And more exposure.
from everywhere else. So if I'm coming from Chicago, LA, Detroit, Atlanta, New York, I'm bringing my culture, what I'm used to with it.
Very true.
So what it is a lot of the old Charlotte people either died or got locked up. And then with the new Charlotte people coming in, we have, instead of enforcing our culture on them, we enforced some of it, but it wasn't enough of us to sustain. So they pushed us to their culture. That's why you see, and it's happening everywhere in major cities. You see it. The youth that are here, they're not youth that were born here.
Absolutely.
So they don't have the Charlotte culture that we used to. So they bringing in that Chicago culture. Like something happened, we ganging up, we doing this, we signing up, we doing that. So that's what's happening.
Yeah.
But it's not just a Charlotte problem. It's a big city.
It's any big city.
Any
problem.
big city.
Any big
It's
city
happening in every major big city.
Absolutely.
And Charlotte is the fastest growing city the last 9 years.
Yeah.
To the point that when I first started in radio 20 years ago, we was market 37. So if you know anything about communications and market, you know it goes off your population size.
Ranking.
So we was market 37. That put us in a small, medium-sized market. And within 9 years, we grew to a large-sized market, a medium, large-sized market. We grew to market 23. Right now, today, Charlotte is market 15.
Wow.
Charlotte sits at right now in communications like
All the way from 30
37 when I started.
to 15.
We're sitting at 15 and still growing. We're still growing. So we could actually end up in the next 5, 6, 7 years at a top 10 market.
And just imagine if I don't say if, we're going to get it back. CIAA.
Yeah.
They bring back the ACC tournament,
Yeah.
the boys basketball tournament. God forbid we get equipped
Yeah.
to have a Super Bowl. We've already had an All-Star.
Yep.
We have national conventions of D9s.
Yep.
We've even had just
Democratic
conventions,
national convention, Yep.
Republican and Democratic
Yeah.
political things
Yeah.
going on.
Yeah.
Just imagine we have that one more niche of having the Super Bowl.
That's all we missing. That's the only thing we haven't had.
That's it.
So, and it's coming. So that's why I
It
say.
has to. It has to.
So what happens when your city is even involved in the Super Bowl? Everybody in the world comes to that city.
Absolutely.
We've been a part of it twice with the Carolina Panthers.
Yeah.
And I've been here to witness it twice. Everybody in the world, billionaires, millionaires, come to your city. So what they begin to do is they look around, they look at land, they evaluate the people, they evaluate property, they evaluate, how they can make money. So that's why you see your city starting from.
Absolutely.
And that's what's gonna happen. Like when you have sports teams that either draw in money or either are winning sports team, you're gonna have a major market.
Absolutely.
And
well,
like-
I mean, even with government, when we had that runoff,
Yeah,
here
yeah.
in Charlotte, that was major.
Major, yeah.
I mean, major networks were here.
Yeah.
Like for that whole week until that was settled.
Yeah. So I mean, if you look around the city though, you see it's a lot of money here.
Oh,
You could ride and see these big ass $2 million, $3 million, $4, $5, $6, $7 million houses.
easy.
And I'm talking about it's not one or two, it's a bunch of them.
And I'm not even talking about these little panty areas.
Right,
I'm
right.
talking about just on South Boulevard.
South Boulevard, Providence Road, Palmer Road.
Yeah.
And we ain't even made it to Valentine yet.
No.
So
Or
it's like,
Papa Glen.
yeah, right.
None of that.
Or the Sanctuary. So it's like it's
None of
money.
that.
It's money in and around Charlotte. Charlotte continues to grow. So as a radio personality, you want to be a part of it. You want to be a part of that
Always.
growth. You want to see these kids grow up. You want to see your kids grow up, and you want to see we want to see our school too, John C. Smith.
Absolutely.
We want to see us grow with it, and Smith has grown. I mean,
Absolutely. We've
yeah.
grown from, just from when we were there, we've had some of the largest freshman classes. They've developed so many things on the campus. They've renovated so many things on the campus. And on top of that, we actually touched ACC basketball court.
Yeah.
The Golden Bulls went to your little stinking Tar Heel stadium.
Don't do that. Don't do
and
that.
played.
Don't do Carolina basketball like that.
Sir.
Don't do Hubert Davis, the first black head coach of Carolina like that.
Okay.
He made that happen. Come on now. They beat the brakes off of Smith.
The brakes.
The brakes.
The rotors too.
And the engine. But we was down.
They was a car sitting on cinder blocks on West Boulevard.
We was down.
But they touched the floor.
Yeah.
We got
we
to
played a
experience
major
that.
university.
We got that exposure.
One thing you can't take away is experiences.
Absolutely.
The kids got to experience that.
Absolutely.
And that's a great thing. And Hubert said he wants to continue. I'm with it. I mean, we gonna have to we're gonna have to compete. We gotta at least get it down to 10 to 5. We might not beat Carolina, but we want to compete. We want to compete.
I mean, come on.
They made sure that they wasn't gonna be the example.
Listen. They beat the rotors off.
They had to do it like that.
And when you did the story on the hashtag Larry Man,
I had it, but listen, you saw what they did, huh? Did I tell a lot of them?
you did not.
I didn't tell a lot
You
of them.
said they didn't have to drag us like that.
Who was like
They
They
dragged
should
it
have
hard.
played. They should have played the second string. Man. We could have beat the second string.
Listen, they played. Listen, if they could have brought Steve Jr. back, I'm sure they would have. If they could have brought Steve Jr. back to suit up one more time,
Man,
I'm telling you.
proud of what. So that's just another stepping stone to what our school is doing. You
Absolutely.
know, that's a money maker for us.
We were the first. Now I'm saying it again, the first. I think pad school with IBM,
Yeah,
HBC.
yeah, for sure.
So we are growing in so many heights on Beatties Ford Road. So I really wish that people will grow and understand that that's an amazing school on Beatties Ford Road.
Yeah,
And amazing people such as yourself and myself and plenty other people
Plenty others, yeah.
came across that stage and got that quality education.
I don't think it's put out there enough, and that's what I said earlier. I think you got to recruit out of Charlotte. You got to recruit some of these top students, some of these top athletes to come to Johnson Smith.
Yeah.
And I think we got to go back to sending recruiters out to the school, to the high school, to the middle school. Actually, we started middle school because one thing for me, when I went to Johnson Smith early, I was in the NYSP program, which is a program that allows you to stay on the college campus for about 2 weeks during the summer. And Upward Bound, I was in that as well, which allowed you to stay another 2 weeks on the college campus. And both times was at Smith. And I used to, Smith was in our backyard, so we used to go up there and play basketball. So we got the experience early. So I think we got to expose more kids to it.
We have to, and that's the word, exposure.
Yeah, they got
We got
see
to.
it.
We got to.
And telling somebody something and showing somebody something is two different things.
Yeah.
So I think we got to show it to them.
Huge.
You got to go get them and bring them up there.
So let's talk about these raggedy ass Tar Heels.
Don't do my tie heels like that. What's up? What's up?
Raggedy ass Tar
They
Heels.
not that.
Tobacco Road.
First of all, Tobacco Road. They not raggedy. They just in a little low. I think they got a hangover from the championship game.
You think so?
From
last year?
Yeah, they still hung over.
Still?
It happens.
I need for them to get it together.
I mean,
I really don't want them to get it together.
You must be a Duke fan.
Of course I'm a Duke fan.
Is that a
Sir,
school?
Sir, excuse me?
Yeah.
We own the other
what?
side
Of
of
what?
Tobacco
Y'all don't
Road.
own anything right now.
Sir.
Where's y'all coach? Who's y'all coach? Who's coaching Duke right now?
Sir.
I think they're coached by a middle school coach right now.
Really?
I think.
Is that what we doing?
When the last time they got a victory? Did they win? When the last time they won something?
We won 2 games ago, but I
2 games ago?
I
That's y'all record like 2-40, ain't it?
Sir.
What is y'all record this year? Do y'all
12
have
and 6. I'm sorry, 12 and 4 right now. Y'all
Can't
only
be.
11 and 6.
Can't be. Y'all can't be 12 and 6 right now.
We 12 and 4 right now.
I need a fact check on that. I need a fact check.
Pull it up. 12 and 4. 12. I even wrote it down. 12 and 4.
You know what? It's only one game to matter. When y'all play us.
February
When y'all play
4th
us.
and March 3rd.
Them the
They
only
both-
2 games that matter on. I don't care nothing about nothing else.
Okay.
Okay, that's all gonna matter.
Okay.
I
I'm gonna
guarantee
put
you
this
we
out
gonna
there.
get up. We gonna get up for that game.
What we putting it on? then?
Whatever you want to put on. Whatever you want to put on it.
Because it's both Saturdays. It's
Whatever-
on Saturdays.
Whatever you want to put on it. You call it. I usually don't bet females, but since you want to do that, you
But
call it.
we've been doing this
We
for
have,
years.
and we have.
We've been doing this for years.
We have, so-
you better wear a Duke shirt Okay. The Monday after
A
the
Duke shirt. You
game.
must gonna bring it to me because I don't have no Duke.
No, you gonna buy it. You gonna buy it.
I buy it because I burn it out.
And you gonna wear it.
But I ain't worried
And
about it
you
because I
better
gotta do it.
take a picture.
Okay, that'll work. So when Carolina wins, you gotta paint your face Carolina blue with the paw with the paw on your face. That's all I want on the ground and say, Larry, you was right. That's all I want.
Paint my face.
Right? Carolina
That
blue.
little stinking blue.
Yeah, and put the little
And put the little stupid.
Yeah, get somebody to do it.
Oh, I got somebody to do it
Okay,
because
there
she went
it
to
is.
stinking Carolina.
Yeah.
And she would love to probably do that.
Yeah.
So Healer Thorne, I'm calling you out right now. I'm coming to your house, but I'm not coming to your house because we not going.
February the 4th, right?
That's
Boy,
a
I
Saturday.
can't-
That's the first
I got
game,
your number
February
on
1st. You
speed
got it.
dial.
You got it.
Speed dial.
Right with it. Come with it.
That is. We shook on it. It's
We shook- it's a
done. It's done deal.
done deal.
It's signed, sealed, and delivered.
Done.
There it is.
Done.
Ain't got to say no more.
Done.
All right.
Now, we're gonna wrap this up here. I wanna hit a soft note. Okay, hit a soft note. Last year you lost somebody very significant to you.
Yeah.
Very significant. And losing a parental is very hard because I lost my parental 2 days before Christmas.
Oh, wow.
Some years ago. How are you doing right now? Not just for the people.
Yeah.
Or for your community, how are you doing individually right now
Honestly.
as a family man?
Honestly, it's a day-by-day process, you know. And I tell my friends, I tell my family, like, I hate it for them right now. Like, my wife, my kids, because for me, it's a big loss for me. Like, that's, like, me and my mom was close. We talked, we didn't talk every day, but we talked. She advised me on a lot of things. She helped me out with a lot of things. And if I ever would have, luckily I did. But I know, like, it's like you have somebody like that is what they call your ace in the hole.
Yeah.
And for me, I feel like I no longer have that. So now it feels like I'm the ace in the hole. Because if something go wrong for me, just say, hypothetically speaking, something go wrong for me, I can always pick up the phone and be like, I'm gonna have to talk to her for a minute.
Right.
You know what I mean? But if I ever needed something, I knew I could get it from my mom. Now I don't have that person. So it's like, it's, and you always feel like it's coming or it's gonna be there one day that you're gonna be.
The circle of life.
Yeah, you're gonna be that person where everything really is on you.
Yeah.
Everything really is on my plate. Everything really starts and finishes with me.
Right.
Which it has for a long time.
Right.
But in the back of my mind, I always knew. Like if I need 10, if I need 20, if I need whatever,
Yeah.
I call my mom and get it.
Yeah.
Now, so that's been snatched away.
Right.
So dealing with that, and I'm the one that was appointed to deal with all her stuff. So
Yeah.
even when you're having a good day, and then sometimes you got to go through that process of, being an executor of your loved one's account. That brings up memories. It brings back a lot of different emotions. So,
Questions.
yeah, right now it's still dealing with different emotions. But the good part of it is I've been able to be there for other people. Because some of my other friends have lost their mom.
That helps.
And they call me and we just talk. And I think, because a lot of people feel like don't nobody understand it until you go through it.
Oh, absolutely. That's a pain that
Bro,
you
listen.
would not understand that pain of hearing those words that he's gone or
Right.
she's gone, and then I call it the transition of getting them prepared for the homegoing, and then the actual, I know this is it.
Right. All that is part of the process.
All of that,
And every one of those are steps.
absolutely. And one thing that I did learn through my process, number one, I seek help.
No, I ain't got that far.
Right,
Yeah.
right. But it took me a while to get there.
I got you.
It took me 6 years to get there.
I got you.
But that first 2 years, I had to understand that this is my new norm now.
Right.
And I have to function in a way of my new norm. But the best way that I understood it was I can still talk to my dad. But he's not physically here. I can just start talking out the blue. And I'll literally have a conversation. Like I'm talking.
Yeah, I got you.
But after I'm done, I feel better.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying?
See, I haven't got to the feel better part.
But
For me, it's like
but there's no timetable.
I'm talking and I'm still waiting on their response.
There's no
And it don't
timetable.
come.
But
And
guess
it's like,
what?
and that's another part of the finality.
Yeah.
You're like, damn, like my mama, like I really sit sometimes like, damn, my mama really don't die. Like, and it's crazy.
It is crazy. Like you would never think
that's
that
what
you
I
would
just
say
keep
that
saying,
statement.
man. That's crazy.
Right, but I'm gonna share one thing, and then we're gonna move on to something else. But continue talking, and start a journal. Just write, just write her a long ass letter
Yeah.
on what it is, and just keep putting it out there. And whenever you're ready, and whenever your journey gets there, you will be able to say, okay, I'm all right today.
Okay.
I can fall back and be like, I'm all right today. And you can actually feel all right. Sometimes for a little bit, sometimes for a long time. But you get there. And everybody gets there different times. And you got your support system. I have my support system. But this is our new norm now.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
no,
Gotta
if
accept
ever you got a question,
Yeah.
call me, question me.
I got you.
Or call question your support system. It's always there.
Yeah. Yeah. But let me tell y'all, ain't nothing like your mama. But
Nothing.
And I
Nothing
go to
like a mother's
schools
love.
and I watch these kids disrespect their mom, and I said, well, y'all just don't know. Y'all just
You
gonna
wish
sit
you
back,
can open the door to see your
You're
mom.
gonna sit back one day and you're gonna hate every single time and every single
You
word
showed your
you
ass.
showed your ass. I promise you. It's because it's a part of you that's in you. Like, I don't care how bad your mama did you, or even your dad. I mean, for me and my dad, we not that close, but my mama is just different.
So Larry, we're gonna wrap this up. Again, as I said in the beginning, I appreciate you letting me take a little bit of your time today to be on my beginning journey.
It's all
And
about
this podcast is my journey through my new norm and how I feel
That's dope.
and how what I've learned. And so tell the people where they can find you, how they can find you, some of your staple events that you do in the community. Shout yourself.
First of all, you can find me anywhere in the streets of Charlotte. Now, you can find me on any social media at I am No Limit Larry. Of course, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, Twitter, everything. I am No Limit Larry. And of course, you know, every day we serving in the community with Block Love Charlotte. BlockLoveCLT.org. You want to look that organization up. We feed the homeless 7 days a week, not just one day, not 2 days, but 7 days a week, twice on Sundays. You want to come out volunteer, you want to donate, you want to cash out. All the money goes back out to the streets. What else I'm doing? Working with Team ATV in Charlotte, which is Ulterior to Violence, working on the Badersford Road corridor, like we alluded to before. Been over there, you know, since John C. Smith days, so just want to make sure we keep the corridor safe for the residents of Badersford, for the college students of Badersford, just for the city. So working over there with the Ulterior to Violence team. What else I'm doing? Yeah, I got a podcast myself. Let Me Talk Podcast. We'll be back in February.
Okay.
So y'all can look that up. Let Me Talk Podcast on everything. That's YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, all that. We'll be back in February.
2 Piece gonna follow quick.
There it is. Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
Now, last thing I should have asked this in the beginning. How did you come up with the name No Limit
I thought you would have started with that question. No, I'm
I
just kidding.
should have.
Nah, it's all good.
But, I mean,
actually, I got it at Smith. Me and my homeboy, shout out to him, still my big homie, Rashid Betson Leak.
Betson.
Yo,
Damn, man.
yeah, that's what, like I said, he from New York. So
Damn,
we Betson had a.
I'm still not friending you on Facebook, Betson.
Why you do Betson like that?
Cause
It's the eyes.
he
It's
did
the
me
eyes.
wrong.
It's the eyes.
He did me wrong.
Yeah, He
did me
was
wrong.
on them steps with me in Greenfield.
Oh yeah, he did me wrong. He got me in trouble. He did me wrong.
You got yourself in trouble.
No, he did me wrong. Miss
But no.
Redford, Miss Redford, man, she tore into me. You and damn Fetson on them back steps.
What is
Go
going
on.
But no, so he had his this record pool contract where he worked for a record pool. We used to deliver records to strip clubs. That's why I'm going to strip clubs now. I went so much when
He
I
done
was
been
in
there
college.
too many
Oh my
times.
God, I'm not even going to go into it, but we used to deliver records at strip clubs, so that's when I met my man Kedex, who was with No Limit. He was the only distributor in North Carolina for No Limit Records at the time. We clicked up. I started taking all his product, and I was moving all the Master P's product through him.
Okay.
So they he started to like, boy, you just really ain't no limit. Like, boy, you just be doing your thing. So fast forward, I get the internship in the radio, working in radio. I don't have a radio now. Just Larry. I don't have a radio now. So I'm just up there working. One day, this is a crazy story. Fax machine broke. I tell the DJ, but it was DJ Easy Ice. I know how to fix it, bro. I got it. I fix it. He looked at me like, man, I've been trying to fix this thing for like 3 days. You got it fixed in a day. Like, bro, you really, no limit. Like, you really no limit Larry. You know how to do everything. Name stuff. Boom. Started calling me No Limit Larry.
Booyah.
That day. So,
Genius.
been No Limit Larry since that day.
Absolutely.
But
Well,
a lot
I
of
know
people think
you
it come from
Larry.
Master P. It kind of come from Master P, but
Little
it
bit.
really came from my man Easy Ice.
Awesome. But I know you was Larry on Greenfield Hall on the 3rd floor.
Right?
My dude.
Talk about that.
Cause it's good memories though.
It was.
I ain't putting nothing out there, but
I'm saying it was a lot of good memories.
You know, but people who watch this and they been through Greenfield,
Smith
trust
days.
me, baby.
Some Charlatans too. They know.
They know about
They didn't-
Greenfield.
They didn't even go to Smith, but they was up there.
All the
I
time.
ain't gonna call their
on the
names,
block.
but they know.
Nope, don't call no names. We not incriminating nobody. So, family, thank you so much for listening. I appreciate you. Larry, as always, love you always dearly. Thanks for listening, as always. Shades on.
Glass
up.
About what the Brahma
I
said.
mean, come on, man.
Shades on, glass up,
Glass up.
hoodie down.
Where we going next? Peace.